In this video I'm going to be showing you how to make this origami paper rose. It's quite a nice rose to make this one. It's not too difficult, it's a bit fiddly in places. But it looks a lot better than the really basic ones, and it's a lot easier than the really complicated ones that you can spend a long time making and can turn out quite badly if you don't do it bad. So this one's quite doable for most people. It looks really nice from above, looks square underneath, but from this direction it's really nice. So as always, start off with an A4 piece of paper. Now, unlike before where we needed to cut the paper in half because it's too big, we do actually want the full size paper for this flower. But like before, we need to start off with a square. So to make this into a square, again, I want to fold this edge along this edge, make a diagonal fold. And then if we cut the paper along this line, along this edge, we'll be left with a square piece of paper. Okay, now we have our square piece of paper. First step, we want to make another diagonal line in the other direction, taking this corner to this corner. Create a fold. The next lines we want to make, and the next folds, we want to make a fold in this direction, folding the paper in half, and a second one in this direction. Okay, so you got one fold, two folds, three folds, four folds. Now the next fold we want to make is on here. We want to take this edge and line it up with the centre fold. And then we want to create a fold, but we only want to make the fold in between these diagonal folds, not all the way to the edge. Fold the paper to the middle, line it up, make sure it's square. Then make the fold and just go out as far as the diagonal folds, like so. And the second line, the second fold I want to make another fold. Just here, we want to take this edge again and take it and line it up with the fold that we've just made. If you line this centre line up with this centre line up, then it should be square as well. And to check, you can just make sure the edges are lined up. And then make the fold, and once again, only go as far as the existing diagonal folds that we created earlier. So you should be left with a fold there, and a fold there out to the diagonal lines. That's not the end of the world. If you do go all the way to the edge, it'll just make a later step that can be a bit tricky a little bit more easy. I want to do the same as what we've just done on this side, and this side, and this side. So take this edge and fold it to the centre. Create a fold, but only as far as the diagonal. And again, take the same edge, fold it into the fold that we've just made. And make a fold to the diagonal folds. And the final side. We should be left with something like this. Now I just want to create 4 more folds. To turn the piece of paper over so the folds are in the other direction, we want to take this point until the centre, where the centre lines intersect. Just fold it in and create a fold. And do the same on all 4 corners. Take your time getting these lines lined up nicely, it'll help later on. So when I've got these done, open it back up, turn it back over to the side we were working on originally. Now I want to start making the first folds of the rose. First folds we're going to make, we're going to fold along this inner line. I'm going to bring it up, fold it in, and we're also going to take one of the side ones, bring it up and fold it in. You see it too? And because of the fold that we just made, you can see how it's wanting to pinch in and create sort of a flap naturally. So bring 2 sides in and then fold this flap down. Show you again. Have one side in, bring another side in, fold it on the existing fold, bring it all the way in, and it'll just want to make that fold, fold the fold, and land on the fold that we've just made, and lay that down flat. And again, bring this side in, and lay this down. And the final side, bring it in, and lay this flap down. You should be left with this kind of windmill sort of shape. And you might have it in the other direction. It'll still work like this, but everything that you see me do, you'll be doing in reverse. So if you're trying to copy along, you're better off having it in this clockwise direction. You can still make it in the other direction, but everything will sort of be like a mirror image, and your rolls, the spiral of the rolls will be in the opposite direction. Just make it a little bit more complicated to follow along. So if you have it the same direction as this, it'd be easy to follow along. Now the next step, we want to fold. These flaps have got 2 layers of paper. What we're only wanting to work with now is the top layer. This top layer, and you see you can't fold that. So just fold this out of the way for the time being. Then we want to fold this edge to this edge on the fold that we made earlier. But only fold it around in the middle for now. So take the edge to the edge, and it'll fold on the fold we made, and just go as far as the diagonal fold here. And just rotate it. You can fold this all the way up. Now what I want to do is do the same again on this layer of paper. Okay, take this layer of paper, fold it in, take this edge to this edge. And you get something like that. You can start and press this down a little bit, but as you'll see, this paper will want to overlay on here, and as you lay it down, it will want to create a new fold. So just work this fold in and press the piece of paper into shape, and you sort of create this overlap. Show you again. Take this layer, fold this over so this layer to meet this edge, and the existing fold, put this to lie flat, and then you can create this fold, this overlap. And again, you can fold this all the way up now. Just keep this one out of the way for now. Fold this over on the existing fold, lay it down. This can be a bit tricky. Yeah. It's not too difficult. You'll do it pretty fine because we've made all the existing folds earlier. The only new fold we're making is this one now. And you make this fold with your finger and it'll lie flat like that. And then for the final one, most of the shapes are already made. And you should end up with something like this. So the folds we want to make now, we want to take this corner to the centre. Just fold it in, line it up with the centre, and then create a fold. So open it back up because we just want the fold. And do the same for all 4 corners. Take this to the centre, and create a fold. Take this corner to the centre, create a fold. The final corner to this corner, into the centre, and create a fold. Now I want to create one more fold. Take 2 corners that we just folded in, just fold 2 in, and we want to take this corner into the centre and just create a fold. And open it back up and open them both back up. Again, take 2, take this corner into this corner and create a fold. And do it for all 4 corners. Okay, you better have to into it at a time like that rather than having all 4 in and doing all 4, because you'll bend these flaps. And when we made the creases earlier, that only went as far as the diagonal creases. That avoided putting creases in these as well, because it'll make this step now a little bit easier. What I want to do now, I want to take these flaps, or these arms, whatever you want to call them, I want to bring it over. I want to put this edge to meet this edge inside, sort of like this, and it'll want to lift this edge up at the same time. So bring this edge up to meet this edge, but at the same time I want to fold this inside this flap here. As you bring it in, push that flap inside there, like so. One more time, bring it over, fold it in that flap, and this line, this edge meets this edge. Then do the same with the next one. Again, insert it into there. Go all the way around with the third. Now this is a tricky part. You've got to do it on the fourth. The fourth can be quite tricky. As you can see, the flaps on the inside. But this is why this being stiff without any extra folds in it, it's a little bit easier. You can sort of slide it, as you can see, inside the slot. And it should just slide in. And then we finish something that starts to look like a rose. It's a bit delicate at the moment. It might collapse. It might take you a few goes to get that in. Don't worry about it looking perfect for the moment. So what I want to do now, on these little bits here, you see, there should be actually 2 layers of paper here. You want to put your finger in and open it, and the bottom layer you sort of want to nip down and press it onto the bottom layer to separate them. At the same time, bring this layer outwards, sort of straighten this fold out and it'll push another fold around here. If you have your finger down at the bottom as well, just try and push the flaps of the paper down to the bottom and bring it up. And sort of flatten this fold out a little bit. And don't pinch this folding because you want it to look more curved, a little more natural, curved. But you can pinch it a little bit at the bottom just to make it hold position like that. Okay, I'll show you again on the next side. Put your finger in, open up. So pinch the inner layer of paper down to the bottom, squeeze it between your fingers. I don't want to make that shape anyway, and then you're flattening, same time you're flattening this crease out. And then you can pinch it at the bottom a little bit like that. Okay. Again. This side, if you open it up, there should be 2 layers. Put your finger inside, start working it to the bottom. Not too much pressure, you can see it'll start to want to buckle the flower. Just where it takes its own shape, doesn't have to be perfect. Can be a bit fiddly this part, but this part where it starts to look more like a rose. On the final side, open the 2 layers up, put your finger in, pinch it down, and again I'm pushing this crease out and making a little pinch at the bottom there. It's there. So we're getting there a little bit. So now we're going to start actually making it look a bit more rosy, and this next step will also kind of make it hold its form together a little bit better. And don't worry if you, as you can see, my layers wanting to come out a little bit, but you can slot it back in. So this next step will make it hold its shape a little bit better. This long side that we've just made, where we tried to straighten this fold out, you take the point and start curving it over and make a curve from this top corner to this corner. You don't want a sharp point, just sort of curve it over. Then roll it over with your finger and it should hold. Should make it look more rose-like and also hold its form a little bit better. Again with the next one. Curve it all the way around. On the third side. And the fourth. Okay, it's starting to look a little bit more like a rose now. Might be a bit fiddly, take your time with this. I'm actually rushing, so the video isn't too long. So we follow these over. Next step is, if you take these little points as well, if you also curve these over, starts to make it look a little bit nicer, a little bit more natural. Let's fold those over as well, all 4. And from now on, it's just a case of tweaking and fine tuning, taking as much time as you need to try and make it look a little bit better. You can see I'm a bit off centre But you can adjust all these layers. I found I use a little skewer, a little stick, and I start moving the layers inside as well, start moving them round. I'm just pushing the layers inside, just try and open them up, make them a little bit more even. Okay, just take your time, work it a little bit. You can make this look really nice, just keep tweaking the leaves, opening the middle up, folding these over so they look nice and natural. And it can look quite good. I say it looks good from above, a bit square from underneath. Make a nice gift for your girlfriend, Valentine's, or your mother for Mother's Day, etc. You can make this in about 10 or 15 minutes when you remember all the moves. There's not actually that much folding to do it, it's just this last bit that's tricky. When you remember it, just make it look nice and aesthetic. Well, thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a like if you like and subscribe for more videos. Cheers, bye! Look out for my next origami video, we'll be showing you how to make this paper go better.